Buongiorno, oggi parliamo dei verbi are, verbs that end in are. First of all, we need to know that all verbs in Italian are divided into three different groups, tre gruppi, are, ere, ire. That is to say, the verbs that end in are, ere or ire. Per esempio, parlare, ballare, to talk, to dance, vedere, credere, to see, to believe, dormire, preferire, to sleep, to prefer. Oggi parliamo del primo gruppo, are. Today we'll talk about the first group, are. When we have a verb that ends in are, the first thing we're going to do is to learn how to conjugate, coniugare. That is to say, to change the ending of the verb in a different form for each subject. For example, if the verb we have is parlare, to conjugate it, the first thing we're going to do is take out are. And we're left with parle, which is what we call the root of the verb. Now, once we have the root, we need to add a different ending for each subject. So what are these subjects? Let's put them on the side. Now for io, the ending will be o. For tu, i. For lei or lui, a. For noi, iamo. For voi, ate. For loro, ano. So if I want to say I talk, I'm going to say io parlo. You talk, tu parli. He or she, lui parla. Noi parliamo, voi parlate, loro parlano. As you can imagine, we don't even have to say the subject, io, tu, lei, and so forth, because we have a different ending for each subject. Therefore, if I say parlo, it's clear that it's io. If I say parli, it's clear that it's you, and so forth. Let's make up another example. Voi parlate in italiano. Let's take another verb. Ballare, to dance. Firstly, we'll take out are, and we're left with the root, ball. And then we'll add the different endings. Ballo, balli, balla, balliamo, ballate, ballano. For example, Beyoncé balla bene. Let's go on with mangiare. We'll take out are. We're left with mangi, which is the root, and let's add the endings. Mangio, mangi, mangia, mangiamo, mangiate, mangiano. Now, with this kind of verbs, we have to be careful, because if you see, the form of tu has an I at the end, but in the root, we already have an I. So, do you think we're going to leave two different I's there? No, we will just keep the first one. The same thing with the form of noi, iamo. We'll just keep one I. Tu mangi la pizza ogni sabato sera. Let's go on with another verb, studiare. We'll take out are. We're left with studi, and let's add the endings. Studio, studi, studia, studiamo, studiate, studiano. Now, once again, we will not add an I for tu, nor for noi, because we already have it in the root. Example, noi studiamo matematica per l'esame di domani. Giocare. Let's take out are. Gioc is our root. Let's add the endings. Gioco, giochi, gioca, giochiamo, giocate, giocano. Now, this is very tricky. If we add the regular endings like this, what is the form for do being pronounced like? Giochi? Well, that can't be because the sound is k, like giocare. So before the I, we need to put another consonant, which is the IH. This way, we'll keep the sound k, giochi. Same thing for noi. We'll add an H, giochiamo. Per esempio, tu giochi a tennis la domenica. Let's try with another verb, pagare. Let's take out are, and the root is pag. Let's add pago, paghi, paga, paghiamo, pagate, pagano. Now, once again, if we don't put an H in the middle, the sound changes. Paggi? No, we have to say paghi. So we add an H. And paghiamo, the same thing. For example, noi paghiamo le tasse dell'università. So when we have verbs that end in care or gare, we have to remember to add an H with the forms of tu and noi. Ora tocca a te. Now it's your turn. Prova a coniugare i seguenti verbi. Please press pause and try to conjugate the following verbs. Amare, spiegare, baciare. Ora tocca a te. Again, it's your turn. Try to complete the following sentences using the verbs in the word bank. Studiare, preparare, cantare, parlare, mangiare. Domani in classe controlliamo insieme. We'll check them together tomorrow in class. Grazie e alla prossima!